This is actually just upsetting. We all know that the Toronto Blue Jays are consistently getting disrespected by the MLB media, but recently a clip surfaced of an interview with Davis Schneider in it, and the question that the interviewer asked Davis Schneider, it was just ridiculous. What's up, guys? Not your typical Blue Jays Today video today, because today I want to go on a little rant about the clip that I saw involving Davis Schneider, and I feel like when you guys see it, you're gonna feel the same way that I do. Before we get into it, I encourage you guys to hit the like and smash the subscribe button if you enjoy Blue Jays and baseball content so you don't miss any future videos. All right, folks, let's get into it. So we got the Foul Territory podcast here, a show where former MLB players talk ball and give their insights into what's going on with the game. And honestly, folks, for the most part, this is a really good show. Like, these guys regularly have active MLB players come onto their podcast. They talk ball very well. They have a great analysis, and I mean, it is a good listen, and I have a deep respect for what it is that they're doing. That being said, though, there is one clip right now that is circulating the internet involving Toronto Blue Jays second baseman Davis Schneider that we should probably talk about.
What's the most annoying question that you kept getting? Blue Jay fans are probably gonna rip me for this. They don't necessarily know the game super well, but what's the most annoying question that they just kept asking you? Oh, are you related to Schneider, your manager? Like, what's the most annoying question?
I mean, guys, like, what are we doing here? In that clip, the interviewer, Eric Kratz, who was actually a former Toronto Blue Jays player at one point in his career, comes out and says that Toronto Blue Jays fans don't necessarily know the game of baseball, and then implies that they are consistently asking just the most annoying questions. Dude, like, what? Why is your question to Davis Schneider basically a jab at Toronto Blue Jays fans? And look, before we continue, I do want to make something very clear. This video, this is not a hate video towards Eric Kratz in any capacity. I have a deep respect for Foul Territory and the content that they make, and I also know that as a podcaster, you know, sometimes you're live and you say a thing that you just didn't intend, right? It happens to us in real life all the time where we're trying to say one thing and it just comes out wrong, and potentially that's what happened here. So again, this is not a hate video at all to those guys or Eric Kratz, because typically I really like the stuff that they come out with. This is a hate video, though, towards the narrative that keeps popping up about Toronto and their fans. Whoa, time for your daily Betway breather. A quick reminder that the best place to bet is on Betway. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. In collaboration with iGaming Ontario, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. The consistent narrative that the city of Toronto and the Toronto Blue Jays are stupid and bad for the game of baseball. Like, why is there this narrative in the MLB, right? Like, why was it that when the Toronto Blue Jays were seriously looking at Shohei Ohtani, right? It was looking like maybe he could come here. Why is it that Jon Heyman, one of the biggest analysts in the entire MLB, came out and said that this would be bad for baseball? Or when he continued to write that Toronto has a small-time feel to the place. Like, what? I tweeted this out after Heyman came out and said those things, and I said, the itty-bitty insignificant Toronto sure as hell looks pretty big to me, and showed a picture of the population of cities in North America, which, as you can see, has Toronto at number 4. I have no idea why this narrative is here, folks. Like, I really don't, and I think I am just genuinely getting very tired of hearing these MLB analysts and these reporters coming out and saying that Toronto Blue Jays and the Toronto Blue Jays fans are stupid and irrelevant. And the fact of the matter is that there is just literally no truth to that at all. Because let me ask you, was this moment bad for baseball?
1-1 for Patron. Batista with a drive. Deep left field. No doubt about it. You can only flirt with fire for so long.
That was one of the greatest moments in the past decade of the MLB, and it happened right here in Toronto. Look, regardless of what the media will tell you and the stories that they will make up, I wanted to come out in this video and just reinforce to all of you that Toronto is a good baseball city. I'm just hoping that some of these MLB analysts start catching on to that too. But folks, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Jays go.